Pakistan, is it time to show Pakistan its place? Can there be Champions Trophy without Pakistan? And can there be Champions Trophy without India? Mr. Gul and his country must be shown a mirror finally.
See, Gaurav, I mean, to have a Champions Trophy without both countries will not be an ideal scenario. A Champions Trophy even without Pakistan is not an ideal scenario. Without India also not an ideal scenario. But if you have to look at the reality, the more plausible thing would be to have a Champions Trophy if it comes to loggerhead, if it comes to that you have to choose between one country. The ICC clearly would want to have, a tournament with India rather than without India. That's because 80% of the cricket economy is run from the Indian markets, whether it's based through broadcasting rights that are sold for most in Indian market, as well as sponsors. 90% of your sponsors come from India for any trophy. So if you take India out, and even Pakistan is to lose from that. If I just give you some quick figures, in the next 3 years, the earning for the top boards, I'm looking at, let's say, Australia, England, as well as Pakistan, is upwards of 100 million in the next 3 years. 80% is down to that is because of Indian money. You take India out, if India choose to boycott all ICC tournament, those profits come down from 100 million plus to 25 million. So even for these boards, they'll have to take a hit. And if I was to look at it practically, a decision, because Mr. Naqvi said that a decision eventually will have to be taken by ICC. What is ICC? It is a body that is run by your top members, your permanent members. All members end up with this kind of monies in their coffer because of India. Would they vote against a Champions Trophy without India? I don't think so. Are they more likely to vote for a Champions Trophy without Pakistan? That seems to be the more plausible scenario.
So, Mr. Gul, if Pakistan were one, either to say that if it's not in Pakistan, we are not playing. If it's not in Pakistan, we are not playing India ever again. Isn't that disadvantage Pakistan entirely? It perhaps could be punished by the ICC.
Well, I believe, let's not talk about the punishment because it is too premature to say such thing, because let's see, what happens. But at the same time, we have we take the responsibility of, their, safety and security. And we have been proven to be a good host, by the way. And Alhamdulillah, inshallah ta'ala, we have played in the past and we will play in the future. Definitely, it's a hue and cry in Pakistan, so as it in India also, because there is no doubt about it. There is no iota of doubt about it that, Pakistan and Indian nation, both, they want to see their players, playing, whether it is in India or it is in Pakistan, or, the cricket matches between India and Pakistan. They have always been very sensational matches and they have been always been very, very, popular. So I think the whole of the world, not just the two nations, they want to see those teams play together. And Pakistan, we have, hosted the World Cup also.
No, sir, I completely agree with you. On one point, Pakistan are great hosts of people like Dawood Ibrahim Kaskar, great hosts of people like Hafiz Mohammad Saeed, of Masood Azhar, and you, sir, would have personal knowledge, I am sure, about how these people, including those of Osama bin Laden, who was hosted at Pakistan Military Academy, barely 100 meters from there at Kakul, outstanding hospitality in Pakistan. I completely agree with you on that account, sir. But I want to once again bring in Nikhil Naz, who has a big smile on his face, but purely on facts. Nikhil, let's understand this. If Pakistan makes this a prestige issue, and Pakistan has been known to shoot itself in the foot in the past, if Pakistan were to make this a prestige issue and say, we will not play with India ever again, is Pakistan shooting itself in the foot, sir?
Oh, they certainly are. As I explained earlier, the cricket dynamics, and I'm not advocating here that the most powerful or the richest should always get their way. Of course, I think at the moment, both parties are trying to be reasonable. I would include BCCI in that, trying to be reasonable to find a common ground whereby, they can also protect their team and the tournament can go ahead. But if it comes to push comes to shove and you're in a situation where you'll have to decide one way or the other, Pakistan would be least advised to insist on this tournament not happening, because there is a scenario that you could look at having this tournament outside of Pakistan. Let's remember one thing.
Just the India matches or the entire tournament going out of Pakistan? Because that would be revenue loss for Pakistan, isn't it?
It would be about 100 million is what you can earn from this tournament. At the moment, if you allow it to be in a hybrid model, the money still comes back to the host country. So assuming India matches are in UAE, the money, the gate money, the broadcast right money will all go to Pakistan, as it happened in Asia Cup. But if you're going to play a hard ball and say, no, it's either my way or the highway, it happens in Pakistan, and if India pull out, then I'm afraid the tournament may be postponed, and then maybe a new venue may be sought because of that. Remember, it's an ICC tournament. ICC can pick their host.
Okay, so ICC can decide on the host. When it comes to Pakistan, and this is a question, I may be digressing a little from the main issue here, Mr. Gul. In case India were to say that India has repeatedly requested Pakistan, urged Pakistan, given Pakistan evidence, whether it's 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks or Parliament attack or Pulwama attack or Pathankot attack, and in Pathankot even the Pakistan ISI was permitted to come to the base, evidence and dossiers given. Please take action against the likes of Dawood Ibrahim Kaskar or Hafiz Mohammed Saeed for 26/11 and Parliament attack, Masood Azhar for Pathankot and Parliament attack in Pulwama. Sir, would Pakistan, in the interest of cricket, sports and better relations and good neighborly relations, take action against these people on the basis of evidence India has provided and investigations carried out by Pakistan's FIA?
Well, I believe, you have your points, definitely. And we are a good host of also, the famous terrorist Commander Gulshan Yadav. And we hosted a cup of tea for Mr. Abhinandan too, who lost his plane over here. So,
Sir,
but
again,
at the same time,
from the issue.
a joint
Abhinandan was a
inquiry.
fighter pilot in an act post-Pulwama. He shot down an F-16. So clearly, on the issue of facts, how can he be equated with a Hafiz Saeed? And perhaps that is what points out to the fact that how weak a wicket is Pakistan on.